Mommy told me never to go into the basement, but I wanted to see what was making that noise. It kind of sounded like a puppy, and I wanted to see the puppy. So I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. I didn't see a puppy, and then Mommy yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy had never yelled at me before, and it made me sad, and I cried. Then Mommy told me never to go into the basement again, and she gave me a cookie. That made me feel better. So I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he had no hands and feet. Hello, and welcome to Wolfcast, episode 15. Happy Halloween.
Our child is now in high school.
My favorite time of the year. I love Halloween. It's the one time of year that you don't have to be yourself. Love it. So awesome.
Yep, I finally got my Michael Myers costume. Went to a party this past weekend and didn't talk for the first 45 minutes. I was playing the part, scaring the shit out of people.
That didn't hurt.
It did hurt. You hit where a vein presses against bone.
Oh no! Quit being so bony.
Feed me more.
I do, bitch. Anyway, welcome to the Halloween podcast. We started a little earlier since I know a lot of you are going to be out there with your kids trick-or-treating and such, so be safe, have fun. But yeah, Halloween's awesome.
Fat me used to love Halloween when I got candy.
Oh, right? Tell me about it. Of course, being a parent now, I love the fact that I have the parent tax. Bitch, check your candy for razor blades and stuff. And what we're really doing is pulling out the candy that we want.
Yeah. Her Kit Kat was poison.
Yeah, I got home. These Kit Kats might have a needle in it. Home.
Why'd you make me look adorable in that?
Because you want me to make you look adorable. Because you're wearing my clothing and I'm wearing your clothing, so you're dressed up as me and I'm dressed up as you. And then you have Alpha dressed up as Spiderman. Slaying his web. Yeah.
Wish I could shoot my web.
I bet you do. Nasty.
Yep, she's picking up the microphone again.
I am not, hush.
You are too. You literally have it in your hand
No,
right now.
It's a ghost. It's floating in the air. So what is Halloween?
Well, do you want a historical answer or a smart-ass answer, or because I got several?
Well, what's Halloween to you?
It's a day of the dead. It's a day of honoring those who have passed. Usually, I pour one out for people around this time of year, or light a candle, and for those that we've lost and all that stuff.
What about you, Holden or Alpha?
Well, really, fuck. I don't know. I've always just seen it as people get to be who they want to be a one time of the year, and then, kids get their candy. And over the past couple of years, I've grown to like Halloween even more, and now it's actually my favorite holiday. And so, and it just really ties in. I like being able to see everyone enjoy being something that they want to be, but maybe some people are afraid to do it throughout the rest of the year.
Well, Halloween is a holiday celebrated each year on October 31st. The tradition originated with the ancient Celts festival of Samhain.
There you go.
I know, I got it pronounced correctly this time. When people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. In the 8th century, Pope George III designated November 1st as a time to honor All Saints. Soon, All Saints' Day incorporated some of the traditions of Samhain, the evening before known as All Hallows Eve, and later Halloween. Over time, it's evolved into a day of activities like trick-or-treating, carving jack-o'-lanterns, festive gatherings, donning costumes, and eating treats.
So with that being said, what does Michael do the other 364 days?
I don't know.
Probably plays poker with Santa Claus.
Right? Or the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
Something like that. But no, I thought we'd talk about, maybe some of our favorite candies, some of our favorite costumes that we had when we were younger, general scary, spooky things, and maybe I can read a couple more short, scary stories and maybe tell any ghost stories that we didn't tell last time since it's, the spoopy time of year.
I used to work at the haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for the, what was it called? It was the...
Asylum?
Yep, the Asylum House is who I worked for. And
Like that would be
acting,
so fun.
it was probably the best job I ever had. The acting was a little rough, especially when it came time, when I actually had a camera in my face, because not iHeartRadio, Indies Music, the channel, you know what I'm talking about, Alpha.
Yeah.
The X103?
No, it was a TV show you could have that was on for a while, and I want to say it was literally, wasn't it Indies Music?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was something weird. But they had a guy who did what was called the rock block, and when he came on, it was nothing but rock music, rock and metal music. They had him out there doing, a run through of the haunted house, and they were filming it and all sorts of stuff. And they warned us that they were going to be out and to just treat him like any other normal guest. And they got to my section, and when they put that camera on me, I butchered every single fucking line.
The guy feel today.
The guy was cool about it, and he was like, "We understand, your first time being in front of a camera," and I was like, "Yeah, I've never had this type of situation before." He's like, "Yeah, it's about how it is for everybody when you're put in front of a camera like this." And then they just went through. After that, I requested to be put in zombie paintball, where I was literally paid to be shot at.
Of course, those paintballs hurt though when you get hit with them.
The paintballs were fine as long as you got hit where you were protected.
Yeah.
There was one incident where the manager of the zombie paintball left the paintballs inside of the trailer overnight. And it got really cold that night and the paintballs froze. And we were all really pissed when we first got shot with one of those.
Ow, son of a bitch!
I think some of us picked them up and threw them at the manager after the first run through, because we were able to go through, pick up all the paintballs because they weren't exploding.
Yeah.
We picked them all up and threw them at him. We were not happy that day. There was another day I was given a ghillie suit, and the zombie paintball arena. This is when we worked with Hannah Asylum House and Hannah Haunted House teamed up together, and the zombie paintball area flooded because of rain the previous night, so we couldn't work there safely. But me and my ghillie suit, they threw me out into the woods, and I laid down flat on the ground. And all I would do is like grab people's ankles as they walk through, and scaring people that way was probably some of the most fun I had.
I don't know. I think that'd be fucking, like you said, probably one of the best jobs ever.
It was. It pissed me off when they took us away from being paid volunteers to actual paid employees. Because when you're a paid volunteer, you're getting paid under the table. It's real nice. Then you get paid as an employee and get those taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And you go from making $2,000 a season to $1,200 a season, which still isn't bad considering the season ran for 2 weeks. Or no, it ran from the end of November.
September.
Yeah, the end of September to the start of November. So you'd have that month, and through the month of October, the first couple of weeks, you would only work 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then, the week of October 31st, Halloween, you would have what we called Hell Week. And you worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. From like 7 p.m. to midnight. or until the last guest came through, and that's where a lot of your money came from.
Mm-hmm.
I've only been to one haunted house. That was like 6 years back, and
I
it
went.
was. I actually, well, no, I went to one as a kid, but I don't really remember it. But not like a haunted house, but it was like a haunted, like kind of like what you were working at, and it was just like some of the places you walk in, and you just think that these are like fucking paid actors. Like, get these fucking people on screen somewhere.
Right. Now, uh, I will say, once you work at a haunted house, the magic of pretty much all other haunted houses go away because you know the tricks, you know the gimmicks, you know where they're hiding, you know what's about to happen. Like, I think later that year, my family went to a haunted house to walk through it, and I just walked through it. I knew where everybody was. I knew when the jump scares were going to happen. I knew the routines. I knew the motions. So it was just one of them things.
I would. When I went, I didn't get scared at all. Felt
He's like, I'm not
like
scared. Then he walks out.
got in the car and I'm just like, oh fuck, thank God. Thought you weren't scared. What do you? No, I finally sit down.
I saw my
These
ex.
fucking. Where at? Right there, next to the trash can. Wait, I mean the trash can. Nah, that's terrible.
Now, Halloween's interesting because, like May just gave the explanation on, you had All Saints Day implemented by a pope.
Pope. It was a cardinal. Nope, it was the Pope.
But so you have all that. That's a very high Catholic authority that basically recognizes Halloween. But then you have all these other people who say Halloween is the devil worshipping time. It's a dark time. It's an evil time.
It's usually the one time of the year that's, most places like, we're not going to do anything demonic or evil because that's just too cliche.
Well, yeah, but I think the reason why a lot of people and places are like, yeah, this is the evil time, is because you look at a lot of the ancient traditions around this time. A Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. It's very, the dead come back to the land of the living for a day. That's very what some would consider to be dark magic.
But they don't come back to cause harm. They come back to see their
It
family.
doesn't matter. It is unnatural for the dead to come back in any way, shape, or form.
They're unnatural.
That's how they see it. And then you have Samhain, when people would dress up as these goblins, these monsters. And from the outside looking in, if you're not familiar with this tradition, you're going to think they're worshiping something or trying to summon something. So a lot of people got this idea that Halloween was an evil time, and then that just got passed down through tradition, and now you still, now in 2021, have people who think Halloween is a day of worshiping the devil.
Or you have one of the Jehovah's Witnesses that don't celebrate because they don't want random people coming to their door and knocking on
Yeah, how does it feel, fucker? Anyway.
It's true that they don't celebrate because they don't like people coming to their door and knocking on it. I'm like, huh.
That's weird.
That's funny.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have time to talk about all the candy I'm about to take from you?
Right? We don't celebrate. Why? We don't like random strangers knocking on our door. How's it feel?
Excuse the fuck out of me.
Give me my candy, bitch.
Right. No, I know for years when I was a kid growing up, I was always a witch. And then...
You still are.
Listen here. Shut up, Holden. Or Alpha.
Busted.
Wait, did you say he wasn't here?
Huh?
What?
No.
I thought when you said you were younger, you were always a witch, and then he said what he said, and then you were like, I thought you said you weren't even here yet.
No,
As in, like, he wasn't even born.
No, he said he said he like still. What did you say it was like?
You still are one.
Still are one, yeah.
I still are one. Yes, that's what I said. Your English is good.
I speak two kinds of English: good English and bad English.
So normal English and then British English.
Hey, bitch. But no, I always dressed as a witch, and then when I found my love of vampires, I was like a vampire every year. I loved being a vampire. And then as I got older, I just went off and started doing the crow because it was just something that I could throw together, and I liked
So
being.
let's reenact that. Boom.
No.
Kaboom.
Speaking of, did you see there was a shooting on an Alec Baldwin film?
Okay.
Yeah, it was supposed to have a prop gun, but it was like someone had actually put real ammunition in it, and he ended up killing one of the film. Not the director, but
That
like,
just makes me think of the Doofenshmirtz meme again, because it's like if I had, what is it? If I had a nickel every time an accidental shooting happened on a movie shoot, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
yeah.
Like,
Well, and the thing is, they're supposed to be inspected, but apparently something went
somebody
wrong.
didn't do their job.
Right.
And even then, who puts live ammunition on a movie set? Where in a movie set do you need real ammunition?
You don't. It's usually just blanks.
You either fire blanks or there's nothing in the gun at all and everything's added in post.
Yeah, that too.
There is no reason for live ammunition to be on a set.
No.
Ever.
Or it's like they had what was it? I don't know if it was like the Furious 6 or whatever it was, but it had Kurt Russell in it, and they actually had borrowed a guitar from a museum to have in the movie. Well, he didn't realize it was the real guitar, took it and smashed it to pieces. I think it was the Smithsonian said, "Yeah, we're never going to loan anything out ever again to a movie set." He's like, because if you notice that scene and you watch her go, "Whoa!" and like look from him to the cat, like almost off camera back to him, like he didn't realize that he had the real thing, and she's sitting there flipping out because she just watched him destroy this piece of history. I'm just like, ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh. Oh no.
I think if you have something like that on a movie set, you need to let your actors know.
Right.
Like, hey, this is priceless. Don't smash it.
But what? Do smash it? No. But yeah. But no, I'd be the crow, or I remember one year I was at my cousin's house helping hand out candy, and they had like a little like speaker and microphone, and I was sitting there doing my witch's cackle as people walked up. I got a really good witch's cackle. Don't even comment. Don't even fucking comment. I don't have to look at you to know your lips were about to start moving.
I know my first ever costume, because I was born October 25th, 6 days prior to Halloween.
Good to know your birthday.
Oh no, you have my birthday.
No, I meant like, because I always seem to fucking forget it.
Oh yeah. Well, now you can just look back on this recording and remember.
He'll still forget.
But so I was born October 25th, 6 days prior to Halloween. My first costume was a Winnie the Pooh onesie.
Well, yeah, because your mom loves Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm. But apparently, I think what happened is on that day, my eyes rolled in the back of my head.
Oh no.
Yeah, they got me all dressed up, and we were about to go, I think, to my grandma's. And I ended up going to the hospital because my eyes rolled back.
Oh.
Nothing was wrong with me. It was just a weird thing that happened, according to the doctor.
He's just being dramatic.
Yeah, apparently I didn't want to go out. I remember having like these. They weren't Power Ranger costumes, but they were something along the lines like somebody was trying to knock off the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Beetleborgs.
No, it wasn't a Beetleborgs. I don't remember what the hell it was. I just know it wasn't actually Power Rangers. But it came with a sword and all sorts of shit, and I loved it.
I don't want to be a knockoff Power Ranger. You're going to be a knockoff Power because I'm walking forward.
I actually can't remember a lot of my costumes up until high school. And in high school, I did a werewolf with the same mask that I have in our closet right now. It had that movable jaw that moved whenever you talked.
That's just your face.
Bitch. Happily married, folks. Happily married. It's been a year now. But no, I remember having that costume, and I remember hiding at the house, and people would come up for candy, and we had bushes in front of our house, and I'd hide in the bushes, and then I'd jump out and scare people, or we'd put a chair out there, and I would sit as motionless as possible with my eyes closed and wait for somebody to get close, and I would jump out and scare them. And that was always fun, especially in Heritage. That was a fun place to scare people in.
I always like watching those videos on like American's Funniest Home Videos where you show people that scare the crap out of people and they're just like, "Ah!" Like I always love watching those videos.
My costume last year was really good, and
Mhm.
I have May to thank for that because she did the makeup for it. And I was a witch doctor, and I turned out really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can't remember all of them, but I know that I was the Mask one year, Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I went as Qui-Gon Jinn one time.
Oh, so you were cut in half? Actually, he doesn't get cut in half; he gets stabbed. But you know,
Yeah, it was
Darth Maul that gets cut in
yeah,
half.
Darth Maul gets cut in half.
I was Ghostface probably a lot.
Well, yeah, it's one of the easiest ones people can do. Just throw on a black robe and a mask, and there you go.
And then I went as one of my favorite football players one year, and then I dressed up as Michael Myers this past. Well, I went to a party Friday.
Hey, we went to a party Saturday.
Yeah, I went as a male poison ivy. I look pretty badass if I say so myself.
I went as Kirito from Sword Art Online because I have a we couldn't afford costumes, but I had a cosplay outfit for Kirito, and I put that fucker on, and you know I might have been able to fit in it in high school.
No, you fit into it like the first year that we had gotten together. I bought it for you.
Oh,
You fit
yeah.
into it then,
Yeah,
and then I started feeding you, and you kind of outgrew it.
yeah. It was a straight up Tommy Boy moment. If I moved the wrong way, it was about to be Fat Man. Yeah, Fat Man in a little coat. Because I couldn't like move my arms forward too much. But I had the actual swords because my sword collection. I have his replica swords of the Dark Repulsor and the Elucidor. So I had those with me, and that was my costume.
You look pretty badass.
Seen May's costume online or on social media, and I was like, I didn't read the caption or anything first. I was like, what the fuck is she?
Yeah.
Oh, captions are a good thing.
I thought I did pretty good on the makeup. I thought I looked pretty guyish.
Yeah, you did. It was
Oh,
horrifying.
yeah, it looked
Don't do it
good.
again.
Well, because you wouldn't give me a straight answer, so I had to go to the neighbor to ask him how it looked because you just kept laughing at me.
Because you looked like a man.
You didn't tell me that. I was trying to like, hey, what do you think?
You did ask me what it looked like, and I said it's very good, dear.
Yeah, but then you were laughing the entire time, so I couldn't tell if you were being serious or just being an asshole.
Huh?
Can't tell the difference. Need a picture of Spider-Man's costume.
And
Spider-Man.
Need pictures of Spider-Man.
I remember one Halloween, I was probably 9, and my mom had the original It on TV before we went out.
Yes.
And it terrified me so bad that I literally was begging her, can we please not go out? Can we please not go out? Please, I'm begging you. She's like, no, we're going out. You're fine. I was like, I'm not fine.
I'm gonna die.
We're on the streets. There's sewers. He's in there.
I was scared of that movie to the point where when my uncle and my aunt, if they didn't want me coming upstairs to bother them while they were babysitting me, they would put the VHS cover. They would put that on the stairs, and I wouldn't approach it. I wouldn't go past it because that's how scared I was of that movie. That's something they still pick on me today for. Like, can you look at an It cover anymore? And I was like, yes, I can still look at It.
You dicks.
But when I watched it recently, I was just like, why the fuck? Like, it's a good movie, but I was like, why the fuck was I so scared? It's kind of corny.
When you're younger, you can't differentiate reality and fiction that easily.
Right. When I was younger, apparently, when my grandma and I would go out, I would stop over storm drains and go, "Hi, Raphael."
Yeah.
And my
Hell
grandma
yeah.
was like, "They think they're real, don't they?" I'm just sitting there waiting for Raphael to poke his head out.
the games till it actually happens, and you're like,
Right.
that's the thing with kids. They watch these horror movies, they watch these scary shows, and they can't differentiate reality from fiction that well, and so it scares them. It gets the desired effect from that audience. There's a girl I work with. She loves horror movies. She has a Michael Myers tattoo on her arm. I think she has other horror tattoos on her other arm, and I think on her back somewhere. And when she first, huh?
Nothing.
But when she first started there, I was like, okay, cool. She likes horror movies, whatever. And then a moth landed on a cube that she was working on, and it scared the absolute fuck out of her. And I'm like, you're telling me you love all these horror movie people, but you draw the line at a tiny little 8-centimeter moth. He ain't gonna hurt you.
Or it's like the one day that I got real mad. I was sitting there picking parts, and I stuck my hand right into a freaking spider web, and I'm like, and then the spider just looking at me like an idiot.
That same girl, she works the shipping office, and we will scare her constantly. She won't be paying attention. We'll walk by. We'll slam a folder down real hard on the counter, and she'll jump out of that chair. I've had times where I'll crawl so she can't see me under that counter, and then I'll stand up real fast and slam my hands down on it, and she'll jump out of that chair and run across the room screaming because she's that easy to scare. And I'm like, how can you enjoy horror movies when you're gonna run out of the building the second something happens?
She's like, at least
Probably
I'm out of
just-
the building.
Probably just applies back to like what you just said though, like because like she knows that's not reality versus like you guys coming up and scaring her. Like she doesn't know that that's you in that moment.
Yeah, in that exact moment of the loud noise and sudden movement, it can be hard to differentiate, I guess.
Yeah.
I get
It's
May
just
every
like-
once in a while.
It's just like Friday, like I said, I don't know if I said this during like before we started the podcast or not. Like when I showed up to this party, I was like, I'm gonna play the part as long as I can. I walked in. Well, actually, they had the garage open, so I sat in the garage and I was waiting for somebody to come out. No one ever came out. Well, somebody was showing up to the party, scared the shit out of him, and then I went into the house, and like they all knew it was me. They saw my rings, my nails, my tattoos, like well the tattoos that are showing, because I had like the whole costume on,
Right.
but I wasn't talking, and they were just like talk. And then like I would just stare at them and do like the little Michael Myers head turn, and they're like, "You're creeping me the fuck out." And then like at one point I walked away from the group and hid in a room, scared the shit out of people, and I heard them like, "Where the hell is holding that? Like what the hell?" And then just it was I don't know. It felt awesome to like, not that I'm playing the character, but I was playing the character.
Right.
You were having fun.
Oh yeah, too much. I want to do that tonight. Just like walk around the neighborhood, just not say a word.
It scares some
Like-
people.
Just stand somewhere, like find a tree to slightly hide behind.
I
You don't even have to like jump out at them. You just have to just stand there and stare at them.
actually did that too. I forgot about that at this party. One of the guys was dressed up as Draco Malfoy. He looks like Draco Malfoy without any like slithering uniform or whatever. But he had the wand, the whole slithering outfit. He's like, he looked at me and this other guy, because the other guy was dressed up as a clown. He's like, "If I take out the door, will you guys chase me?" And like we looked at each other and we're like, "Sure." He takes off out the door. Well, I started chasing him and I was like, "Wait, Michael doesn't run." So I started walking. They get all the way down the road. So I was like, "Fuck it, there's a bush." So I just stood by the bush as they ran back by, and I just looked at them. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Huh?
Sorry, I'm just looking up some extra detail on the part.
Spooter man.
Yeah. Because there's the part where the blue comes down.
Honey, look at this caiman.
What's a big caiman? You big one.
So what's your guys' favorite candy or favorite candy growing up?
Ugh.
Growing up,
All of them. No wrong answer.
Essentially.
I honestly don't know if I had a particular favorite as a child. Because, you had your Reese's, your Kit Kats, your Smarties.
I actually don't like Smarties.
You don't like the powdered sugar hard
I
candy?
hate Smarties.
But you had all those. I know I loved the sour spray, which wasn't really a Halloween candy, but it was a candy that I liked. Twizzlers.
Oh, I like Twizzlers.
Fucking Twizzlers would have been the shit. When I got into high school, whatchamacallits and thingamajigs. Those things are fucking delicious. If you don't know what I'm talking about, walk into a gas station, go to their candy aisle, look for a whatchamacallit. fucking delicious.
Somebody got a raise that day. We need a new candy bar. What you call it? Yeah. What are we gonna call it? No,
That's
we're
the
gonna
name.
have a candy. What you call it? All right. This is selling. What do we top it with? Thingy-majiggers.
Like,
We need a name for this. How about Fifth Avenue? Great name.
I later got on to like the Three Musketeers. I don't care for Twix.
I like Twix. They actually came up with a salted caramel Twix.
I never
I don't like it.
I never understood the whole left Twix, right Twix, I'm like, they're the same
I still
fucking
don't.
thing.
And I was getting right Twix forever because I was trying to like here and there I would buy them and I was trying to figure it out and every time I'd pick up a pack it'd be the right. Well, I finally got a left and I was like, they fucking taste the same. They look the same.
Ain't
It's
nothing different.
probably, in all honesty,
it's just a marketing thing.
Yeah, a publicity stunt, a marketing stunt.
Yeah, it's
All
like
right, well,
that Team
people-
Jacob,
people are
Team
gonna-
Edward. You know.
People are gonna think that the left one tastes different or looks different, so they're gonna buy them.
It gives
They're
them
gonna buy the shit out.
placebo effect.
Mm-hmm.
You say something is the way it is a certain amount of times, and it gets in people's mind that it's different when in all reality it's the fucking same. It's like what is it, Skittles? All Skittles taste the exact same.
Mm-hmm. He's like, wait, they do.
Yeah. Fun fact: all Skittles taste the exact same unless you buy a bag that is a specific flavor of
Like
Skittle,
the wild berry.
like the wild berry. Your base red packaging Skittles, every single Skittle in there tastes exactly the same,
Mm-hmm.
but they're colored
Go
different,
ahead.
so we think they taste different.
I went from I've always loved Reese's, even up to this day, it's still my favorite. But I went from Reese's and Snickers and Three Musketeers. I like Twizzlers too. Do you remember the little candy cigarette things?
I love those still.
I never
That
liked
didn't-
those.
They didn't have any taste, but you just thought you were cool.
Yeah.
So they
they're-
have
you would
taste.
get 'em
It's
and you
called
were like-
sugar.
Yeah, but you would just be like, oh, look at me, I'm so cool, and like all these parents were like, but you're not.
You're not. You're just being a little shit.
Um,
And they wonder why so many of us fucking smoke now.
and
That's
then
not true.
I like Twix too, but my favorite of the Twix is the peanut butter one.
Eh.
Wow.
I'm really-
Reese's
Whoa.
Pieces. Reese's
I love-
Pieces. Oh no, I just remembered another candy, but I don't think you can buy it in stores. I think you can only get it at a movie theater. Bunch of Crunch.
You can buy them at the dollar store, I think.
Can
I
you?
think so, yeah.
There's some stores you can get them at.
I just remember every time going to the movie theater, my parents would be like, "All right, we're getting popcorn." I'm like, "But I want Bunch of Crunch."
Too damn bad. No, my favorite, and it's still to my day one of my favorites is I love Heath. Like the Heath bars. Oh, those are my favorite. And then I love, and it's hard to find them, but I actually love the Zero bars.
Oh yeah.
They're so good.
What are the candies that are they're like gold balls?
Oh, Rolos?
Yeah, no, Rolos aren't gold
Oh,
bars.
I mean the Roche.
I think they're the Roches. They're like fucking $20 for a pack.
Yeah.
And you only get like 9 of them.
Those are good though. They're not
You
like.
brought
Go ahead.
you brought up Reese Pieces though, like, and this is where I don't know the word for it, but like I love all the Reese's. Fast Break Reese's, the white Reese's are my favorite. Whatever you name it, the Reese Crisps, I love them all. I do not like Reese Pieces. I can't.
I
don't know
feel like
why.
they're Reese's Puff, the
I like
cereal,
'em.
but
I
without the
can't
milk.
eat them.
See, I don't see. I like Reese's and I like Reese's Pieces, but I don't like the Reese's Pieces Reese's mixed together
Yeah.
because it just tastes. It's two different tastes of peanut butter. Really, I can't deal with you right now. But there's some kids that like it. I know the little boy that plays with our son. He's like, "Oh, these are awesome. They taste amazing." I'm just like,
Have you seen the Reese's cupcakes?
There's Reese's cupcakes.
Yes.
You
they're
have my
at
full undivided attention.
They sell them at gas stations.
Oh,
Like
I
the
think they have them at that gas station next to you guys'
Yeah,
place.
the Circle K next to us has them right now.
I require them.
But they're literally just you get 6 of them, and they're Reese cupcakes.
I want them in my face. I want them in my face right now.
They exist. You also have the giant fucking Reese's,
Yes, for Christmas time that I usually
yeah.
buy us.
the giant pound of Reese's, and it's like I can't.
My teeth hurt for the majority
Or
of the
the-
day.
Or the how like during football season they'll have football Reese's or egg
Yeah.
Reese's for Easter and
You
Christmas.
have to freeze
Reese-
those. If you
And
do
you have
not freeze your Reese's every once in a while, you are missing out because they taste completely
Oh yeah.
different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is the
Well-
PSA for this podcast. If you buy a packet of Reese's, I don't care what it is, regular Reese's, the Easter egg one, the Halloween one, the Christmas one, what have you, put them in the freezer for about 2 days
Mm.
and take them
It
out and
tastes
eat
so
one.
much better.
It is fucking phenomenal. Rolos.
But what
Oh, I
Do the
love
same.
Rolos.
but like you see them and you're like every day like when you go to the store or whatever gas station you see Reese's everywhere. You're like probably not today. But then like for some reason that first time you see the Christmas tree, the pumpkin, whatever, you're like I have to.
Because it
Gotta
tastes
get it.
different. It tastes different.
No, I'll tell you something that always pissed me
Ah.
off. When I used to work at the gas station, we would get Christmas and Halloween stuff in like months before it even was time.
Mm-hmm.
Like they already have Christmas stuff out. They had it way out before even October started. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, let the damn turkey have its day. That's one thing that pisses me off is when they skip Thanksgiving and go straight from like, go straight into like Christmas. It's like Halloween hasn't even passed yet.
It's because people are greedy. They want stuff. They don't
hate
want
that.
They don't want food. Food is just an everyday thing. They're eating dinner again. Thanksgiving has over the years lost its I don't want to say appeal, maybe luster as a holiday because for one, we're starting to realize we're celebrating murderers.
No comment.
Like
I don't know what to say.
the world is slowly realizing that the Pilgrims were bad people. So we're kind of falling off of this. Thanksgiving in the next 10 years might not even be a holiday anymore. Which will suck because no more paid days off. But, like, that's all it is
I think that's always
now.
going to be a holiday no matter what.
I don't know. It might not. It might lose
That's
its feel.
That's like I was scrolling through Twitter, I think last week, and Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures said, I think it should be an actual law that stores and whatever can't advertise Christmas stuff until after Halloween.
Yeah. Or just at least wait until after Thanksgiving.
Unfortunately, that law can never come into place due to business rights and whatnot. But
But no, he said it because he's a ghost hunter and Halloween's his favorite.
right.
See, the thing that always made me mad is that, back on the candy thing, one of my favorite candies I can't find anymore. You can find it in the orange flavor where you have that orange ball where you slam it down and break it
Oh,
open.
you're talking about the Wonder Ball?
No, not the Wonder Ball. It's a chunk of chocolate that's shaped in like an orange, but you have to smack it down on a table to break it apart into slices. They had a raspberry flavor and they had an orange flavor. You can find the orange flavor, but you can't find the damn raspberry one anymore, and that one was my absolute favorite.
Huh.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, I'll have to show you.
I've seen them. I never liked them because I don't like fruits and vegetables, but
But it's not a fruit or vegetable, it's just its
but
flavor.
it tastes like something I don't like.
I
I want candy that I enjoy, not candy that tastes like something I don't like anyway. Like I was lied to with one of those because they're like, here's a piece of chocolate, eat it, and I ate it, and it was like orange flavored, and I'm like, I don't want. You've tricked me. This is just an orange.
It's just an orange.
Like it's one of them things I don't like. Like chocolate covered strawberries. That chocolate sounds really appealing. I don't like strawberries
Why have you yet to buy me any of those?
because we're poor.
They're so delicious.
I'll take you to the melting pot.
Okay, bet.
I'll take you to the candy shop.
Let you lick the lollipop.
that song is sexual.
I have crippling depression.
So this is a side note, but I feel like an idiot up until like the last maybe 10 minutes. I'm looking at this picture, right, that you're doing fantastic on.
Yeah.
I was like, why the fuck does she have me in a Spider-Man outfit? And my ears are like that. That's not Spider-Man. And then after looking at it, paneling over and looking at it a couple times, I was like, oh, my character has ears.
You're so precious, Alpha.
Fucking idiot.
I mean, I'd chop your ears off if you want to and be like, ah!
Ah.
You don't need ears. You don't listen anyway.
Don't
What's
need
that?
to.
What's that there wagging underneath my foot?
It's your tail.
Okay.
Because remember I told you I have my tail attached to yours by little
Clamps.
clamps.
Right.
So my tail is over yours, and like how mine is, I have yours clamped over mine.
Okay.
But my tail is so much longer than yours, so mine actually sticks out. But since yours is shorter, mine actually goes completely over your tail.
Right.
So you'll see, because I've got me kind of like wearing yours is like a little zip up jumpsuit. Because my hands will be normal color, but you see the white here. So yours is kind of like a zip up one. And
mine's is a onesie that you're wearing.
Yeah, because you're just all white. So.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have you wearing your Call of Duty shirt and pair of jeans.
Okay.
Because Call of Duty is what's your thing. And then I have you dressed up as my character's, because she is Oriental. So
her kimono.
I have you dressed up in a kimono, and I think you look freaking adorable.
I do look fucking adorable.
I love it. Just blip. And I'm just like, hey.
Sick to see in person.
Yeah.
I give him the big old anime eye, just like. I think it's adorable.
The inspiration for this picture came from, I don't know if you've seen it, Alpha, but I bought May years ago. I bought her a Pikachu wearing a Charizard outfit.
It's adorable.
It's fucking adorable. And I was like, why don't you just do that with you and I? And we were trying to figure out a way to do it to where we could rotate between the three of us. But it doesn't work out that way because there's only three of us.
Yeah, it doesn't pan out too well. Yeah, I was making a joke where it's like, it's like if you guys switched, it would just be, it wouldn't really work too well because, you're both
Eye
Wolfies.
color and hair color.
Yeah.
It would just be.
And then it would just look like
normal.
Yeah, like you would just think that's Fang and that's Alpha, but we would know that it's not.
So we just did it as to where he and I just swapped. And then I just have you, because I already had you in your Spider-Man outfit because I know how much you like Spider-Man. So I went ahead and just had you.
No.
What?
I was rotating.
Oh, what are you doing? I was so confused. But yeah, so I just figured I'd leave you as Spider-Man because that's your number one guy. And then I just can't get over how adorable your face is. It's like you're just cute. But yeah. I was going the right way.
Saying again.
So who's up for another ghost story?
I'm not.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, I have a personal story that happened to me this past week.
Oh,
We
good.
actually found out that there is a haunted house really fucking close to you and really fucking close to my work.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get access to it?
They do tours, and they've apparently let people in the past. I think it's called, what was it called? The Blue Candle House?
Yeah, I think so. I'm down.
But
Oh, yeah, that's that one I was telling you about. One of my coworkers wanted to go, but well, it'll be her husband, didn't want to do it, and I was telling her to tell him that if he's comfortable, I would go and stay the night with her there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my
'Cause it's like right behind my work, ain't it?
no.
I think, but that name sounds
So-
familiar. It's like a little bit to it.
So if you're heading towards my work, you go over the overpass, and then you can turn left on the interstate. But if you keep going down, there's another left turn.
Yes.
If you turn left, right there, you'll have a factory on your left, and then some other building on your right. Keep going down, you'll come to another crossroad. Turn right, and go that way. Keep going right, and you'll see it. And you look at this house, dude, and it is fucking old.
It's beautiful though.
Nobody lives there. The windows the shutters for the windows are broken. It looks creepy.
If we could, would you? I mean, we wouldn't have to stay the night, but like,
Yeah,
would you stay there for a while?
Oh yeah, I'd investigate it. I'd probably get bored. That's why I wouldn't stay the night. Because I get bored. I'd want to go home eventually and sit at the comforts of my desk. But I'd definitely check it out. I'm getting warded up though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm wearing everything I can.
Because I do not want to bring anything home.
Yeah. And I swear to God, if I hear you say anything fucking stupid, I'm smacking you over the fucking head.
No, I take that shit serious. Like I don't want to go and investigate, or even if we don't have equipment or anything, just like if we're like doing like little things to investigate. I want like people that are gonna take it like 100% serious, and I know that you two would, but like other people, like I'm not gonna name names, but like they would go in there and just take it as a joke.
Right.
Well, and those are your skeptics too. Those are the ones that are fun to prove. Like, hey, look, this stuff exists. And they're like, oh, that stuff's fun to do. At least I
No.
Well, you also don't want people to go in there and be like, "This is dumb. This is fucking stupid." And
Mm-hmm.
we just go. You don't want people that are like that.
Yeah.
I might get like that after a couple of hours of nothing happening. I'll be like, "Well, this was a fucking bust."
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna go in there and be like, "Haha, nothing's gonna happen." Ha 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 ha.
So I think it was Tuesday night. I couldn't sleep. I don't remember if I took a nap after work or what, but I could not fall asleep to save my life. And it was about 2:30 in the morning. I started dozing, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna turn the light off, go to bed." As soon as I started falling asleep, I started hearing like this old like chanting, like old like Indian music kind of chants or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I like woke up out of my sleep, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So I thought maybe my fan was acting up. So I turned my fan off, and I still heard it, and it was getting louder. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then like I heard this fucking voice say, "We're gonna get you." And I was like, "All right, well the TV's coming on. I ain't going back to fucking bed." So then like an hour had passed. It's probably about 3:50ish now. I finally fell back asleep, and I had this dream that my dad knocked on the door. So I let him in. I was like, he's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "Your nephew has been kind of saying some weird things, and I don't know if like you would understand what he's saying or whatnot." And he just claims that he keeps seeing the devil. And for people that don't know my nephew, he's only like 7, but he's into like all that shit, like Michael Myers, Freddy, horror movies and stuff. And so I looked at him. I was like, "What's going on? Like, what do you see?" And he goes, "I see the devil right now." And my dad said, "Where's he at?" And he pointed straight at me, and I fucking woke up again.
Huh.
I was like, "Dude, what the fuck is going on tonight?"
I mean, Heritage was built on a Indian gravesite, so
Yeah, but I haven't seen anything like that since like you guys all lived in the neighborhood.
yeah.
Like I've had my fair share of experiences by myself here with like the man that claims he followed me while I was walking through the graveyard, or you know, this girl that claimed to be my sister, or even my grandma and seeing my mom. But like I've never had like someone say they're gonna get me, or hear like old chant music and a weird dream like that.
Right.
Hmm. I don't know. Be like from what was it, Hairspray? Just take some holy like devil child, devil child.
Yeah, we could run through the test, see if you can cross moving water.
That's a vampire.
It's also witches. Really, anything that was ever deemed satanic in any way couldn't cross moving water.
We can find the locks and ask them or ask me to take a key from them.
I started watching season 2 of that shit. But see, I actually read the graphic novel before they started making the TV series about it, and it's freaking awesome.
Are you on the right
One of
line?
my favorite shows.
Yeah, I'm on the right level.
I'm actually gonna get a lock and key tattoo.
Yeah, it's a cool series.
I'm hoping once we get stabilized, I'll actually be able to get our Brotherhood tattoo and all that other stuff.
It'll be cool. It's just
I
gonna be a
just
rough patch
hope,
for a minute.
I hope they all fucking want to get it.
I don't see as to why they wouldn't.
I don't either.
Wasn't it Scuba that was here with us when we were discussing it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steven seemed like he was down, but Steven just wants to be fucking tatted from like toes to fucking his neck.
Yeah. So he'll probably get it with us. Oh.
I think
And if not, it'll just be you and I.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think you guys were all here. I think it was you,
No.
Scuba.
Stuart wasn't here.
I thought he was.
He showed up later after the discussion. We were like, yeah, we're all getting the same tattoo. And he's like, all right. But that's as far as that went.
So I know you guys did all talk about getting on your chest, but he said he had his Marine tattoo, so he didn't want to get that covered. But how close y'all are, I'm pretty sure he'd be like, let's go.
Yeah. Oh. We all have to go and get it done at the same time.
Yeah, we're a couple days apart.
I think all done at the same time would be good because then we could get a picture of
Yeah,
the three of us there with it in its finished form.
it would be cool. I know you guys are excited for it, so.
It's gonna suck for whoever tats that. They're gonna be like, God damn, didn't tell me I need a weed whacker to fucking before we go in.
Yeah, they shave your chest when they do that. Even me, I don't have any hair on my chest. They still took a razor blade to it to get any of the
Baby hair.
baby hair that was there.
Yeah, because when I started getting tattoos again, she shaved my arms, started doing the tattoos. And I was like, is that something like maybe I should pre-shave or something? She was like, well, we never know exactly how big you're wanting the tattoo or whatnot, so we'll just shave it for you. And then, well, I went for my second session and I had shaved that whole arm because it just felt weird, having patches and whatnot. She goes, oh, you took the fun out of everything.
Yeah.
That's funny. You ruined my fun, you jerk. Well, in the spirit of Halloween, I'll read one more scary story. Shut up. Because it's, it's that time of year, and let me be spoopy and have my fun, okay? I know. Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act at our local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered, gave out a low, raspy giggle, and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up as a lost cause and headed home. I found my phone laying on my nightstand, where I'd left it.
Yeah, that'd be about time for me to do a full sweep of the house and change some locks and shit. That'd be... Or move.
Or move, yeah.
I'm waiting for the day, because there are nights that I have that I can't sleep. And I'll oftentimes come downstairs, because paranoia will get the best of me, and I want to check the house to make sure it's all locked up. I'm waiting for the day I walk down here, because if you walk into our desk area, May has a dragon lamp thing. I don't know what you would call it. It's just a lamp with a dragon on it.
It's the thing you got me for Christmas, Alpha. The dragon light up
It's just it's like a little mini
LED lamp
light.
thing.
And then I have the wolf one that you got me. So the wolf one is set to always be blue. Hers is set to always be golden yellow. So I walk down here, and there's a blue and yellow glow coming from this room. And I'm waiting for the day that I walk in here, and I just see the outline of somebody standing here.
Mm-hmm.
And I note myself right back upstairs.
And I note myself right back upstairs. Just
Yeah, because if he's standing in here, all of my weapons are in here.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that.
The only other weapon I have is the dragon dagger upstairs.
Well, yeah, and my wolf, and I have my other dragon. I have my dragon knife up there as well. And then I have the dragon dagger one you gave me. It's not sharp.
I ain't going back upstairs. I'm taking that thing head on.
I mean, the salt's in the kitchen.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I just knowing that if I was Fang, my wife and my kid are upstairs, so I'm not going back upstairs. I'm finishing this thing down here, or I'm getting finished down here, and then
No, I'm going upstairs where both my wife and child are, and a dagger. And I'm sitting up there waiting. Because if it's an actual human being, they're going to have to come upstairs after me, and now I have the high ground, Anakin.
You underestimate my power.
And if it's not, they're just going to come through the fucking floor anyway, and I'm already there.
hello there.
Pull the scene from Con Air. He's got the whole world.
It just, There was actually, on the subject of like horror movies, there was one horror movie that creeped me out in the very first couple minutes of the movie. It's one of the doll movies, not Chucky.
Annabelle?
I don't think it was Annabelle, but they move into a new house, and the girl she's getting boxes out of the car, and when she's doing this, you just hear "Tiptoe Through the Tulips" playing.
Oh, Insidious.
Is that Insidious?
It's not a doll movie though.
Isn't there a doll in it?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I just
Are you talking
remember.
about that song? It's like tiptoe through
Yes.
and yeah.
Yeah,
The only movie I know that has that song is Insidious, the first one.
Okay.
I'm sure there's other movies, but that's the only one I know.
It was probably Insidious, and that creeped me out in the first couple minutes because that song is just the guy who sings that song
Tiny Tim.
is just creepy. And
Yeah.
what makes it worse is Tiny Tim did a lot of the songs for SpongeBob,
Did he
or they
really?
used a lot of his songs in SpongeBob.
It was really funny. He actually died on stage from a heart attack.
Really?
Uh-huh. A lot of your good actors do that. I think it was Peter Sellers, the guy who was in Young Frankenstein, who played Igor. He died on stage from a heart attack because he died doing what he did.
Werewolf.
That wolf. That castle. Why are you talking like that? I thought you wanted us to. I love that movie.
I've never actually seen it.
Ah! How have you not seen Young
There's
Frankenstein?
there's your homework assignment.
Yeah.
Watch Young Frankenstein. It's great.
Add it to the list.
Then you have your cult classic Halloween-y type movies like Repo the Genetic Opera and Rocky Horror.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus
Yes.
Pocus, which they're making a second one of.
Yep.
Yeah,
Disney Plus.
It's not a reboot either
No,
because
it's a
Bette
legit
Midler said
second
she would not come back if it's a reboot. She's like, nope.
It's a actual sequel, which doesn't make any sense because the witches.
I know a lot of people don't care for the Paranormal Activity movies because the last few have been kind of eh.
They were just
But
money grabs.
the new one that just came out, which is actually about like how's it? It's more like a cult base and like like witches and shit like that. It's just it's a little bit darker. It's if you remember the third one where that guy opens up the garage door and all those witches are like just there and they all look at him and like chase him out.
Yeah.
It's more like that feeling. I watched it. It was actually really fucking good. So if you're a Paranormal Activity fan and you've been kind of like, these last few have sucked, that one's definitely one to check out.
What irritated me most about the Paranormal Activity craze, and you used to be one of these people, Alpha. They swear by that movie and say it's 100% true.
It's not though.
All because of the marketing for that movie, and they were like, "Yeah, this is real footage, and it's based off of real events."
I think the first one was based off of real events, and they used some real footage.
Yeah.
No.
The first one was based off of actual events, and they did use some real footage, but a lot of the scenes in the first Paranormal Activity movie, they had to add in
and reenact and shit.
And reenactments because there was no actual footage of it. So they were like, yeah, here's some home movies of some rather kind of creepy stuff happening. But then like when she's crawling on the ceiling and shit, or gets dragged out of bed, a lot of that is Hollywood movie magic that they added in to get more of an appeal from Paranormal Activity.
And then that one blew up, so they're like, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. All right, we should stop. Seventh.
But so many people, when Paranormal Activity came out, swore that the entire movie was 100% real footage.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no, the fuck it ain't. I don't care who you are. There are wires in that bitch.
There are wires in that bitch.
Not to say the entire movie is fake footage.
Right.
But just a lot of the more scary movie-esque things were added in
post
to give it that horror movie fix.
No, I'll tell you, a movie that used to scare me. Like, I loved like watching horror movies growing up. Like, it was my thing. It was just so much fun. I know when I was younger, Chucky used to scare me, and then I don't think Freddy ever scared me. I never watched Jason.
Freddy scared the shit out of me.
Did it?
Freddy got fingered.
Freddy got fingered.
That's phenomenal movie.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
It's a goddamn bar soap on a rope.
But Freddy never scared me. I never watched Jason because I thought Jason was stupid. Mike Myers I thought was cool. Chucky scared me, and then I started to like Chucky, and I'm like, it's stupid. um, I think the only movie that actually used to freak me out was Evil Dead.
Really?
When it was a scene where everything started laughing. Like that scene still creeps me out, and I
Huh.
don't know why. Like it creeps me out. I don't know why. But shout out to Bruce Campbell though. Man, I love you. Your art's awesome. Like you're love it. Yes. Bruce Campbell is a shit. But yeah. Did you guys have any horror movies that freak you out you loved or
I don't watch horror movies, so no.
Just as a kid, It and Freddy.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a horror movie that has scared me like recently.
I think The Ring freaked me out. I know the Japanese horror movies scare the shit out of me. Like, cause the most of your Japanese stuff, like I don't fuck with because that shit will kill you, and a lot of that is real. I'm always like, I'm not
The
gonna mess with that.
the first Grudge scared me, but I was also still kind of young, so I don't. Yeah, I can't think of. Cause I mean, like The Conjuring, Annabelle, like the real, like how it's based off of real stuff. Yeah, that scares me
Mm.
to an extent. Like I would still go and go in that room and investigate, and I'd go in the house and whatnot. But the movies didn't scare me. I can't think of like everything off the top of my head. But like I don't think any movie has scared me.
Mm.
And we have officially hit our time limit for this podcast.
Oh, it's a little bit past it, isn't it?
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and let you guys go since it is Halloween night, and I know um that people have to be out with their families tonight. So please do be safe. Make sure that you have on, either your reflective jackets. Make sure you have your flashlights and your glow sticks and glow rings, and just have a fun, safe Halloween. Make sure you're checking your candy. Don't go with strange people. If it doesn't look like a mask, it probably isn't a mask, and you should run. um, but please also make sure to follow us on all of our social medias. Make sure if you missed the live, you can check us out on YouTube. If you're finding us on YouTube, you can check us out live on the Tru Alpha's Twitch, or you can go over to my Twitch and watch it being live at that same time because I
thought yours
usually
was your Picario, not your Twitch.
well that too. But whenever you and Alpha stream, my Twitch also streams whatever you guys are playing. Also, yes, you can catch me live on my Picardio as well. But we appreciate the love and the support, and make sure that you keep Wolfcast #1 podcast in your heart. So we love you guys. We hope you have a fantastically fun and awesome Halloween. We love you. Be safe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Boy.